What's been the biggest surprise in terms of like things that you've tried? Uh, what's been the most successful thing that you've tried, or what was something that you tried to do that fell flat that caught you by surprise?
During the pandemic or before?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, the first thing my mind goes to, and I don't know if this quite answers the question, but we had launched a mobile coffee and espresso service late last year. And so we have this coffee cart that I built with my own hands. Actually, we have two of them. And they're small enough in a Kia Forte. And so the idea is we're contracted, for weddings or corporate gatherings or what have you, when we bring this coffee setup, and we added a mobile espresso machine, which is somewhat difficult to do and somewhat expensive as well. So we were gaining traction with that, really good traction through the beginning of the year. And then the pandemic happened and we had to completely shut that down because, of course, nobody is doing weddings and nobody is doing corporate gatherings or any gatherings of the sort that you would, want to shell out $1,000 to have a mobile coffee bar at your event. And so that really fell flat really quickly. It is picking back up a little bit now, but, like we're having the second wave of COVID and who knows where that's going to go. Did that answer your question in any regard?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just like right now, it's the wild, wild west out there, and unless you're trying to innovate and try new things, you're gonna fail. So it's like, yeah, I'm just curious.
One thing I'll add is we put up a baby monitor. Like this is when you couldn't have any customers in your establishment. So probably up until June, when we hit phase 2, we had a baby monitor that we just stuck on beside the door on the outside, and the other end of it, the receiver was at the cash register. Because it was, the thing with COVID and restaurants especially, and I suppose retail in general, is not only did it hit your revenue side, but it hit your expense side really hard too, because now you have to have an extra person basically to run between the cash register and the door to take people's orders, an extra person to make sure we're maintaining cleanliness and wiping things down, etc. And then all the PPE that we had to add to our cost structure, and all of those things just compounded. At the exact same time, you're forced to, crush the revenue side of the business by governmental orders, which is what it is. But, we took a double whammy. But the baby monitor saved us a little bit by implementing that.
So I've